Oh, that one I do remember. Yeah.
The distant future.
It's such a good show.
The humans all dead. The humans all dead.
Yeah.
And on that note, why don't we just go ahead and get started?
That is officially.
I have no idea if we have video or viewers or not or whatever, but anyway, to anybody who is watching us or watching us in the VOD, welcome to Clinical Role, where geeky therapists and psychologists get to play Dungeons and Dragons. Welcome back to Ryan and Adam J. So, yay!
We're back.
Ryan's gonna be playing the NPC Nick today.
It's Neek. It's Neek. Neek. It's Neek. No, it's Neek.
Neek.
Hi, Nick.
All right. So before we jump back into the game, we'll go through announcements and stuff. The biggest one, PAX East. In just a couple weeks, Clinical Role, we were having a panel there, and we're also all going to get together and play a live game, which is probably going to be all of us crammed in a hotel room playing on the floor or something, but it'll be great.
We're going to bring dice. We're going to play with real dice.
Real dice.
Real dice, and I get to actually bring my fun Dungeon Master screen that I do have handy because it has good tables on it and stuff.
Do you call it, Megan, do you call it a Fungin Master screen?
It's a fun dungeon.
This is a fun dungeon.
You're with glasses, would you? This glasses, good touche.
So our talk is going to be Friday. Is it 3 or 3:30? I can't. Have that up.
Oh, the talk?
Yeah.
Hold on.
It's on Friday.
No idea.
Joe, do you
You should probably know.
Joe, what time is that? Fair.
Friday at 3:30.
3:30. Friday, 3:30. We're going to be talking Clinical Role, using D&D as a form of therapy and answering lots of cool questions that we got on Twitter. So, that kind of stuff. Any other appearances or announcements that people want to plug?
Well, we'll plug an additional appearance going on also at PAX East, which is that Adam and I will be hosting a panel put on by Game to Grow that is going to be called Collaborative Homebrew 101, The Cure for the Common Murder Hobo. And that panel is, we're going to collaboratively homebrew an entire D&D world using the audience, you the audience.
Oh, that's dope.
So if you show up to that panel, you will have the opportunity to create a whole crazy homebrewed world.
As all game masters know, it takes a long time to make up all the plans and all the notes for a D&D session or a D&D game, and we decided that was too much work.
Yeah,
and
so
wanted to.
We make our players do it instead.
Yeah, we collaborate with the players and homebrew the world. We'll make them have buy-in and not want to just run around killing things, stealing things, and sleeping.
Nice.
I'll also plug an announcement for Game to Grow that we are officially now a 501c3 nonprofit. Which most people outside the nonprofit world don't really necessarily know what that means, but it means now if you have some money, if you have a pile of money and you're like, man, if only I could give this money to somebody and have the IRS go like, we approve of you giving that money to somebody. You can now give it to us. You can give it to Game to Grow. So go to gametogrow.org and find the donate button and hand all of your money.
Give me your money.
For a good cause. For helping people. For using Dungeons and Dragons for therapeutic gain. Is there a better cause? I don't think there is. That's our answer, I guess.
And we've got
You're going to ask that kind of rhetorical question when there's at least 2 other nonprofits in this chat.
It's totally true. I'm expecting you to do the exact same thing.
Are there any other better causes? Well, there's the one
actually.
I care about.
Right. Yeah. That's where Sarah McLaughlin swings in. You're like, not the dogs. God! Dungeons and Dragons, Sarah! We have AspieCon, which is a convention Megan and I are planning a team for that we run in Charlotte. It's to celebrate the autism spectrum, also just a standard comic convention. But in addition to it, we have kind of like a resource fair of what is available nationally and locally for kids, adults, and families who have someone on the spectrum. It'll be really fun. We'll have D&D there, video games, professional Twitch players, cosplayers, this Aspie Quest that we're doing, which is awesome. It'll be very fun. So please come out.
Yeah. gonna be
Yeah.
last.
AspieCon.com.
And I will be at PAX East on 4 panels, I think.
I thought it was 5.
Something like
It's a
that.
lot-
I think
it's a
we
lot
got
of
one
panels.
every
It's a lot of
day.
panels.
2 of them officially with takethis.org, and 2 more that I was invited on, and I don't know how to feel about one of them because it's how to network when you're awkward as heck. I was voluntold for that one, and I think it's a compliment.
Well,
I
I'll
still
be in attendance. Notes at that
Let me
one,
say,
so-
Dr. B, you're great at networking.
Yeah.
Oh please!
Yeah.
I watch you. You guys are a masterclass. Are you kidding me? I watch you guys do cold intros to people. I'm like,
Oh, I love the colding. That's
Yep.
so good.
Yep. I read a book about it.
I'm very excited to see that panel. I wanna.
It's going to be
I wanna
fun.
go to
The
that one.
people on it are going to be amazing. But I'm also doing 2 with Take This. One dealing with self-doubt. What's the difference? We're going to talk about what imposter syndrome actually is instead of what people seem to think it is. I like to tell people self-doubt stops you in your tracks. Imposter syndrome gets you promoted. And we're also going to be doing one on mental health representation in games. And we've got the folks from Town of Light in England, Wired Productions on that one, and Zoe Quinn and Dr. Kelly Dunlap.
Nice.
Sweet.
Yeah, very cool.
Hey, good lineup.
I think that imposter syndrome is when Megan does Baeridin's voice. Yes.
Yes. That is 100% true. So I've got a couple of announcements. So one is Geeks Like Us has a patron now. So, and we actually, like, within 20 minutes of it going live, we had our first patron, which was amazing and awesome. So people are cool. I put it up in the chat. It's just patreon.com/Geeks Like Us. But my first real, like, big goal is if we can get to like 20-ish bucks a month, then I can upgrade how we do the video and audio for Critical Role, which would be great. So it'd be a little bit better and probably not as many problems, like if one of us has to log off real quickly because of technical difficulties and making the whole screen look bad. So that's our first big goal that I'm trying to get to. And if we can get to like I'm trying to like 150 a month, I'm going to do a monthly hour and a half patrons only stream, answering questions and just kind of talking about the game and using D&D therapeutically and all kinds of other stuff. So if you can support that, I mean, it's not a nonprofit, so there is like better stuff I guess you could throw your money at.
Way to sell it.
It goes into our pockets. Megan and I go get food.
Yeah, Geeks Like Us it's not profitable.
Yeah, there's nothing worse than filling out that like unemployment tax form that I do have a business, I'm making no money here.
It's cost me a lot of money, actually.
I remember those days.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. It's embarrassing.
I remember both having an organization that made very little money and it paying for my meals.
That'd be cool. And then I'm going to be on the Nerdarchy podcast tomorrow at noon, talking Dungeons and Dragons and other things. So really excited about that. It's going to be through their live YouTube feed. So if you're following Nerdarchy on YouTube, you should be able to see it there. And if you're not following them, they have some awesome videos and stuff. So check them out. And then anything else? Again, all of the audio you're going to hear today is from Tabletop Audio. Sven is the person who manages the stream for us. So like I don't have to do that on top of everything else, which is amazing. And then gozies.com for free battle maps and things. I don't know that I'm going to be using any of those ones tonight, but today. Still really great resource for Dungeons Masters if you need train or cave or dungeon maps. It makes wonderful free maps for you. So cool. Any other final appearances or other things to announce?
Nope.
Alrighty. Then let's jump back into this with, if I can find the opening music. All right. So when last we left our heroes, they had accepted a job to try and end this curse of undead from the Gaul Peninsula, where they found themselves basically stranded after taking a job there. They traveled via ship to the southern portion of the peninsula and started journeying through the jungle. En route, they encountered several different jungle beasts. They were reunited with their former traveling companion Shadow, who had been blessed with a vision from her god, showing that there might be more going on here than just the curse on this peninsula. They traveled further and had to fight a horde of undead monsters, to include a zombie T-Rex. And fortunately, we're able to win the day with that. We rejoined them as they had just entered into the edge of the swamp. As they reached this swampland, Shadow looks up and you can see off some distant mountains and tells you all that she's very sorry, but she feels like she's needed back with the Aarakocra people and takes off. Says she'll be back if she can, and soon.
Easy come, easy go.
I should learn to fly. It looks really
That'd
nice.
be cool. Keep studying.
But will we let her go home?
Fly all the way home.
I don't know if I can.
I don't think I get that one.
Sorry, I'm turning up the volume of the music. Let me know if it's too loud, guys.
Well, now I just want to I want to start singing Bohemian Rhapsody in character. That won't be a violation of any copyrights at all,
I don't
will
think
it?
No.
it is. I think you can
As
sing
soon
whatever you
as,
want
soon
to
as I
sing.
hear "Easy come, easy go,"
Will you let me go?
So,
yeah, Scaramouche, Scaramouche.
what you see before you is just this large swamp area. The ground is expectedly very damp and much more springy. One of the things, though, that strikes you as you guys get closer into this is just the overpowering stench of this place.
Oh, I like cabbage.
This is like the prettiest swamp picture I think I've ever seen.
That is actually a swamp in the Amazon, so I
Yeah.
felt it was
It
appropriate.
looks very pretty. I want to go visit that swamp. You like
Luckily,
more
everything
that
there
swamps than
Probably to kill us.
That's probably true.
The heat in this area, the mugginess has definitely been cranked up a lot. You guys just feel like this. Those of you who are already pouring in sweat now are just like covered in it. And you can tell, like, even your guide, Orberth, who has been kind of stoic and like a little bit more, it's just some heat, whatever, is looking a little wilted. And you can see like the smell, even the look of disgust on his face from the smell of this swamp as it lays out before you.
I've decided, for the record, I don't like swamps. I feel like this water is too deep and also squishy. Water shouldn't be this level of squishy.
Yep.
Okay, noted. That contributes to our current predicament. How?
I just wanted to be on record. I want the world to know Baeridin does not like swamps.
Right. Stick close to me, guiding our dinos there. We don't want to have them get stuck. That would be very bad. Let's go.
How are dinos going to get stuck?
If they sink, the pathway through here, it's a little bit firmer ground. If they get into the muddy stuff, they're going to sink.
Oh, like a swamp's of sadness.
We're tar pits.
Oh.
What are you two again? What are you two talking about?
I was making a reference to the never-ending story.
It's really long. Don't get it started.
Well, I would expect that with a title like Never-Ending Story.
You won't believe the lengths I had to get to go through to get him to stop
I
talking.
don't know how to read or write, but tell stories. It's called the oral tradition.
Uh-huh.
That's what someone said.
Can we focus on the mission at hand, please?
We're walking through the swamp. I'm just waiting for the next dino zombie to show up.
Yeah,
Tweedledum, don't get stuck.
Tweedledum's just kind of prodding along.
Don't eat that. You don't know where that's been. It's probably been in a swamp.
Oh my god.
So you guys do hear there's a little bit more life going on, but overall it's still oddly quiet. I'd say Xissou and probably actually Gragnold and Baeridin too. Like with the amount of traveling that you guys have done through the forest and wildlands, like it doesn't feel right here in a very big way. And all of you, the amulets of undeath that you're wearing keep kind of sporadically just going off every now and then.
I'm going to turn the volume down on mine.
Whether they like they felt warm or something, or they vibrate.
They vibrate.
So is am I wearing one of these
cell
things?
phone continuously going off, but you think it is, but it isn't. And
Yeah.
You get Phantom. You get
So
Phantom.
Nick and Ma
Phantom
don't.
Undead Necklace calls.
Yeah, Nick and Ma don't have them.
I do not have one. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Cool.
Xissou's like checking for text messages constantly,
Yes. Yeah.
and he's
going-
kind of like
So-
looking down and like almost walks into a branch for a little bit because he's like staring at this amulet.
Does it pop
that's
up like
preoccupied.
little ads? Is it like there are undead singles near you?
Oh, you got a match.
So as you guys are going on though, like you do start to feel the amulets vibrating a little bit harder against you for a moment, and then
Oh, hold on.
but you as you're moving down the pathway, you see off into the side what looks like it's definitely more of a dinosaur. If you could imagine the velociraptor, but only a little bit bigger. Maybe you would imagine if you could see the whole body, it might be about 4 feet tall or so, but it is completely stuck in some like quicksand looking mud or something. Undead, the flesh is kind of rotting away from it, but it is still moving around and chomping it, but it seems completely stuck and pretty about 40-ish feet away from the pathway that you guys are on.
I heard a story once about a lion on the side of the road.
I don't think this is the same thing, Greg.
You're
not supposed to
take
save
the
it from
thorn
the-
out of your paw, and
Nope,
he comes back
it's
to
not-
save you another
It's not
time.
the same. This is not the same.
Uh,
He's undead. He's already dead. He died. Look at him.
yeah, there's no saving.
He only
this
has half a jaw.
Xissou kind of bumps into Immeral because he's not watching where he's walking. He's like, "Sorry, I am preoccupied. You see, it is not usually like this." And then when that started happening, and he points to the undead dinosaur that's stuck, said, this is unnatural. We must destroy it."
Or you mean let it free?
We need to work on your vocabulary between the difference of destroy and freedom.
Destroy
If you don't understand this
sorry,
concept, there's going to be a lot of misperception.
defenseless, half-jawed velociraptor.
Which
How do
which
you know
word
what a
should I have
velociraptor
used?
Yeah, somebody said it. I don't know. I pick up words from people.
No, you're right. You're right, Xissou. You got the right word.
All right.
What,
So-
I must be missing something.
Well, should we let it
Well, it's
free?
missing its jaw.
It's harmless.
because it
May
only
I
has half a
suggest-
It
jaw.
can't bite anything.
Perhaps your particular talents. Cut off its head.
I don't know if I want to do that. Look at him. He's kind of cute.
Does it look like
It's an abomination.
He looks like he's an orthodontic nightmare.
Look deep into his eyes.
He's jumping down
they're-
on you with his massive overbite of
He's so helpless.
He only has one eye. The other one's completely rotted out.
You could see just a tiny spark in there.
Okay,
Hey, what?
you know what? I'm going to try and put this thing out.
So does it look like it just wandered into
Nick!
a fucking swamp and it
We haven't heard anything from Nick.
Oh, look, man. I mean, it seems like it's kind of dangerous. I'm not really trying to get into that. So, I had a friend, Dave. He one time went and approached something like that. He bit about a third of his tail off, and then they started calling him No Tail, which made him have lower self-esteem. And Dave's not doing very well, so I don't want to do it.
Yeah, I don't think I want Gragnold to have lower self-esteem. So.
I don't have a tail, though. It won't happen to me.
Exactly. Think about how much worse it could get.
That's a good point about the tail.
All right, so let's put this thing out of its misery and move on.
I will say, it looks like the ground near it, I'm not even going to ask you guys to make perception checks on this, is pretty damp and looks like it'd be difficult to cross. And it is, like I said, in sort of like a quicksand mud sink kind of thing. So
Don't do it.
Sacred flame.
okay. Make an attack roll with advantage.
That's a saving throw for sake.
Or is it a saving throw?
Are there any swamp gases coming from this?
Just for me.
Actually, that's a good point. Well, because it can't make any. Just roll the damage up for it. All right.
Back in the tribe, they used to call me Swamp Gas.
We'll go ahead and just go roll that up. Okay. So, as you send this sacred flame over and it engulfs around it, does seem to light some methane that's in the air around it as well.
Sorry, guys.
So, you do see it like this
Gragnold.
ball of fire comes up around this thing, and it seems to be completely done in. It's not moving anymore. There's a little bit of still searing flame on there, and it stinks.
It's really impressive, mate.
I'm
impressed.
Tastes like home cooking.
Nice shot.
Orberth kind of looks at it. It's like, good. All right.
R.I.P. Sparky.
So they're just wandering around here and falling into pits and stuff? I don't know. The whole
What,
thing's real
dinosaurs
creepy.
falling into pits? I'm more worried about
Sure.
us falling into pits. Can we move on, please?
Yeah, it's why we're staying on the paths.
This is the pits.
This.
That's it, right there.
Yes, I know. There's lots of pits around.
Oh my god! All of them.
So as you guys are traveling along, I'm going to have Orberth do a couple of things real quick. Roll. Ooh. So you did not have advantage on that roll. It's taking him a while to try to find the right path for you guys. He actually breaks off a longer stick and is kind of poking it down into the ground, and he starts down one pathway but tells you all to wait before coming back and trying another one and another one. It takes about a good hour before he finds like the right pathway through that's going to be solid enough for all of you guys to walk on. And you all start slowly making your way forward.
Hey, Gragnold,
Yes.
do you want to play a game?
I don't know.
All right.
Find a game. I've fallen for this game before.
This game's called Simon Says. If I say Simon says to do something, you do it. Sound like a plan?
Who's Simon?
For the moment, I am. Simon says.
Gragnold.
Simon
Simon
says,
is
"Carry me on your
basically-
shoulders."
I could try.
All right.
I just sink into this.
So-
Did I win?
Oh yeah, mate. You're winning well now. Real proper winning. Just keep going until the next Simon says.
I can't move. I'm in this. I think you overestimated the structural integrity of the ground.
I think you're super winning this game.
I know. Could you help pull me out of the swamp?
Jenkins, pull him out of the swamp.
You guys get Gragnold out. And start,
Xissou's pulling.
start making your way along. As after about another hour of travel, one of the things you guys start to notice is you've seen a lot of ruins in the area as you've been going, but now you're starting to see more and more ruins coming up. There's what looks like a a fallen building at some place. You're seeing bits and pieces of statues. And so it just seems to be that it's almost starting to give you the feel of like a larger town or city in the area that you're in.
Xissou, what was here?
So what do we notice? Do we notice anything more than that? Can we tell how recently the buildings have been abandoned and or destroyed?
Go ahead and give me an investigation check.
Okay, if I roll in that one too, I'm also really
Sure. Yep.
I am also curious.
Fine, go for it.
Well, Gragnold
Roll it
doesn't
up because
see
I have to
anything.
look up something really quickly.
Baeridin,
It's not that good.
you and me, we're the world.
Oh yes, you are the sharpest of investigators right there.
This building looks like it's made of
Baeridin spends the
stone.
whole period of time
Yeah.
trying to find his big
And
spot.
Gragnold is there contemplating his knees.
Mm.
Uh,
How do
Why
they
are
bend?
they so muddy?
What would chairs look like if they bent the other way?
Should they just be stools?
If chairs
Okay.
bent the other way,
Oh,
or if
man.
your knees.
all right.
Knees would be the other way.
Xissou has a negative history modifier.
Did he really- That was a nat
How does
20.
that even work?
That's amazing.
Like you lose history knowledge on the regular?
I wasn't one much for talking about the past. Still,
Let's focus,
Well, how
focus
do you
on the
know?
now.
Hi, man. Your accent sounds real funny. You know that? Sounds real weird.
I realize I do not fit in with your people.
No, it's all good, man.
Would it be more appropriate for me to try and adjust my accent?
Oh, no, man. Be you. You be you.
Xissou, you should try to do a Gragnold impression.
Oh, please,
Chop
Xissou.
their heads off.
That's just like you, Gragnold.
Oh, he's just like Gragnold.
I'm flattered by that.
You do chop heads off.
I do.
Um,
He knows me.
Oh, he used the accent and the behavior.
Yes, you see me.
Yeah, you
All
nailed
right.
it. Next guy.
So, I must interject. We should not linger here long. This would not be appropriate.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
All right.
I will say, MA is the only other one that kind of got to the DC of this. So,
Who's that? Oh,
she-
sure. I thought she was
yeah,
here.
the bard.
Sorry.
She would know that it looks easily over 50 or 60 years. This has been abandoned, likely a lot longer.
So way
also
before
two-
there were
Wait.
zombies or whatever.
Well,
Not the last time they were.
yeah,
Way
you
before
guys know that there's been, from what you were told when you were in the city, meeting Katsu, that there used to be a lot of thriving culture in the jungle, and then something happened. This curse came, and they don't know what happened, and it expanded out, and then it shrunk back into its epicenter. And you guys are heading to the epicenter of where the curse was.
So,
Well, then let's continue forward. If there's
Onward.
nothing that
Just-
appears
did
imminently
MA
dangerous,
or Xissou actually communicate any of that to us? We're just like, wow, these buildings are old.
His knees are.
These are interesting.
I know.
MA lets you know what she knows.
Okay.
Although way too bubbly for the situation.
Does she sing a song about it? Is it like, does she...
Sing me a song of destruction.
I will sing you a song of endurance. I don't know.
She knows
That was
this history,
terrible
but
meter.
only through iambic pentameter verse.
Oh my god.
As you guys are coming along, though, you do come to an area that looks like it might have been a courtyard-ish kind of place at one point, and you do see a statue standing in the middle of it, and at the top of it you can see kind of a glint of what looks like gold. This is a statue of 3 monkeys standing on each other's shoulders. The one at the bottom is covering its eyes. The central one covers its ears, and the top one is covering its mouth. And there is a bowl sitting on the top of the topmost monkey, and that has this glint of gold and other things in it. It seems.
Well, looks like we need to get to the top of the monkey.
This is some kind of monkey idol.
It's ringing. Somebody answer it. Or is that
Gragnold's amulet going
Is that
on?
my amulet?
It's the monkey god
It's the,
calling
yeah.
Baeridin. Baeridin, will you accept a collect call from the monkey god?
This is Banana Phone.
It's my fault. It's on me, guys. I'm sorry about that.
Put it on silent, Nick.
This is the kind of place where it would be rude to have not silent on the ringer. Did anybody else feel that? Oh, something is so eerie and off-putting about this place.
It's pretty much the
a
whole
little bit.
place, though. That's pretty much everywhere.
I've been feeling that way for the past aisles.
Yeah, I think we're on board.
I'd agree with that one, especially a little bit more now that you said that. A
There
little
was
bit more,
that,
maybe.
like,
and-
do you guys remember when there was that undead raptor?
Or the dinosaur.
Oh yeah, man,
Yeah.
that happened like 5 minutes ago.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
that
was
was
just saying,
crazy.
that's eerie. That was like pretty eerie and off-putting. That's all.
While
I'm saying.
they're arguing, I'm going
That's a
to
good
check. While they're arguing, Immeral is going to check the totem or statue or whatever it is for any clues of traps or whatever have you. And if it's all clear, Emerald's going to climb up to the top and see what's up.
All right. Okay. Hold
Hey,
on.
Baeridin, my man, do you remember what happened afterward when we saw that dinosaur?
Was it that part where like
I'm
where we were all
surrounded by
arguing
idiots.
about it?
Yeah, man, we were all arguing. And we
Yeah.
think we want to kill it. Remember what the guy with the funny voice said? And what he did to it?
Yeah, he was all.
Oh, that was awesome, man.
Yeah.
All right.
That was awesome.
So how
Maybe we
close
could do
is
that
the
here,
statue
too.
to getting Emerald?
I'm going to slowly start approaching it as I get closer as I confirm that it is safe to approach.
All
I'll-
right.
30 feet away, I'll put my hand on Immeral's shoulder,
Okay.
and I'll just kind of like, there's some sort of conjuration about this. Be careful.
Some sort of conjuration. Can you be more specific?
As you two are talking, the central monkey looks like it almost kind of comes to life. Its mouth opens, and you just hear it breathe in. And as you two try to speak, you notice you have no voice.
Hey, what's going on, Gus? You see what's happening over there? You
I think
see?
you're just having a really quiet conversation.
I don't know, man. We were just
Very
talking about.
panicked though. Emerald! Hey, Emerald! Emerald, what's going on over there?
Man, what are they doing, man? They're being a bunch of goofballs. They're being like little gold monkeys over there, acting like they can't hear us, Baeridin.
I'm gonna.
I'm gonna
Baeridin's
walk
gonna
away
walk
from the
over
statue.
there. Baeridin's gonna walk over there and be like, "What are you guys doing? You're wasting time. I thought we were like trying to get out of the swamp."
Hey guys, seriously, quit goofing around.
As you guys start to walk towards them, Orbith grabs both your shoulders. He's like, "Oh, no, don't go near that. You two come."
I come back away from it.
Yeah.
I talk now. Can you hear me now?
Can we hear them yet?
Can you hear me now?
It's gonna wear off after 10 minutes of being
Okay.
away from the statue.
There's always body language.
Ursula.
Please never do that again.
It's Gragnold.
No, I want to hear Gragnold sing that song.
Let's get physical.
Oh my gosh. All right. So you guys kind of back away from the statue, staying about like 50, 60 feet away from it. And after about 10 minutes, you find your voices come back to you.
Well, that was
Baeridin
unpleasant.
talks almost the entire time.
Right.
Does Baeridin realize that they're like can't talk? And then this happened.
Baeridin recaps the entire journey from the meeting the velociraptor.
Baeridin recaps all this.
And I'm assisting you. Right. And I'm assisting you the whole
top
way.
of this thing.
Yeah, that's yeah. I was just saying I was assisting him the whole way.
We walked into here and found this statue.
Oh yeah, he was crazy, man. Baeridin looked at me and said, "Hey, do you remember the dinosaur?" And I said, "Yeah." And then he looked over. There was these monkeys. It was crazy, man.
Okay, no.
Yeah.
Baeridin, perhaps you should go look at that statue a little closer.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Baeridin goes and starts heading over to the statue.
I said, "Hey, whoa, man! Hey, man, be careful! Remember what it did to them? They weren't able to see for like 10 minutes."
Oh, don't worry, I got this. Baeridin's gonna close his eyes
Oh, you're
and
fine.
walk over and talk to the statue.
As you guys get over close to the statue, again, the middle monkey. You can't see this, but the middle monkey uncovers its mouth, breathes in, and both of your voices are taken away.
Me and Baeridin.
Okay.
Bahamas.
Is anyone else here? Eerie.
Okay, you know what? Being prepared for this and the fact that I'm not going to be able to talk for 10 minutes, I still just try and amble my way up to the top of that thing.
Well, I guess I assumed that we spent the last 10 minutes recapping the story. So I assumed that by now you probably had your voice
He's probably up there already. Yeah.
before.
As you get within 20 feet of it, go ahead and make a Constitution saving throw for me.
Ah, crap.
There's 3 monkeys, Immeral.
All right.
Joe, is it
Not
Xissou?
good.
Is it Xissou? Is it
Xissou.
Okay. Xissou, all right.
I'm just going to
Like Steve
up.
Xissou.
Hold on.
Steve Xissou, yeah, I figured.
Not inspired by, but just named after.
Oh, no,
Oh my God.
I like it, though.
All right, you take 17 radiant. So what you see as you're walking up, the topmost monkey's eyes start to sparkle, and this kaleidoscope light starts to emit from it. You're kind of dazzled and look up at it, and so it takes you by surprise, and you suddenly feel this like pulse of energy come through you as you take 17 points of radiant damage, and
Ow.
you can't see anything.
Looks like it's a dance party.
Great.
It's a rough dance party.
So you are, for the next 10 minutes, you are blinded.
Noted.
Baeridin is trying to wave down Immeral.
Because you can't
Do
talk.
I
Because I
hear
can't
the
talk.
frantic waving?
What's the third? The third one is hands
What
up.
does what does Baeridin wear for clothing? Well, he has his hoodie on.
He has his hoodie on, and then I guess below that, like under his hoodie, or if he has it zipped open, because it's pretty warm out, so he probably
Yeah.
has it zipped open. So then he wears just like a really light leather kind of leather armor vest and pants.
Yeah, I would say, especially with your passive perception, Emerald, you would hear him kind of frantically moving around.
I'm just doing this.
Why are we going to this statue? Is it because the top's glittering? Is that why?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's interesting.
I think Baeridin and I are in.
Just asking,
Was that out of
just asking
character?
players at the table. Why
I
are
think Baeridin and
we?
I have danger of going up to that statue. Also,
It seems like the statue doesn't want us to go close to it.
Or maybe it like really wants us to go close to it, but it's very specific about how it wants that to happen.
Close your eyes. Knows it's. I think Gragnold is after seeing all this stuff happen, he like is just gonna go look at some plants.
He's gonna go look at some plants.
Yeah, can I you roll a survival to see if there's any interesting plants and herbs,
Sure.
secret blends of herbs and spices around here?
Yep.
Look at Raph
Oh.
right there.
Oh yeah, fancy
Yeah.
man.
I need a drink to deal with you all.
Need a nice
Daddy
stiff
needs-
apple juice. Stiff apple juice, 60% less sugar. I'm not crazy.
You do find several different herbs that seem to look really interesting. One of them you recognize as basically like an aloe type plant, so not necessarily good for lots of cooking or making beer, but definitely good for cuts and scrapes and burns and things.
You can make
And you-
tequila with it.
And you do also find a different type of herb. It has a very peppery smell to it. And you're actually, with that check, you're able to not only pick some leaves, but get a small starter shoot of it with roots intact.
I'll save this for later. Got a garden coming.
What's
Where is
up,
everybody?
teacher?
What's going on
How
here?
you doing?
I'm
With Teacher and Gamer? Hi!
Teacher and Gamer is here.
Teacher and
What's
Gamer.
up?
Get a double thumbs up if you can.
Wait. Does Gragnold give a thumbs up?
For teacher and gamer.
Oh.
Ragdoll.
That's right. One of a kind. Hey guys, I found some herbs. They taste
Oh
peppery.
my God.
There's some cactus. What? Nobody wants to greet me. What? Hello, everyone. What are you doing by the statue? I can't hear you. Talk louder.
You must be very careful. Do not go over there with them.
Wait, he can't. Wait, so Gragnold can't hear and I can't see?
Aren't you? I thought you guys were by the statue without your voices.
No, I can't see.
Yeah,
We
Emerald.
can't talk.
I'd say at this point,
Yeah, I can't
Emerald
talk.
would have his voice. Emerald and Xissou would have their voices back. But yeah, Emerald is now blinded, and Nick and Baeridin are both mute for a few more
Okay,
minutes.
well, let me know when you're done.
I'm
Baeridin.
gonna
I want to play with this herb.
do healing light from 60 feet away and heal Emerald.
All right.
Thank you.
After a few minutes, Orbertha kind of wandered off further down the path, and he comes back. And it's like, look, do you guys really want to mess around with that thing, or are you ready to get going?
Well, what's at the
We've
top?
lingered here too long.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know that I can. I mean, I'm already can't talk. How close am I to the statue? Am I still pretty far away?
You guys are all I'd say you're all hanging out, probably 60 feet away from it. It's a fairly large courtyard, so it's kind of at one end, and you guys are over at the other. This is where,
How close was I when Baeridin lost his voice?
you were within 30 feet of it.
Oh, wow.
Okay, I'm going to. In 30.
By the way, we need to mock Teacher and Gamer a little bit more for the typo because they are twitching.
They're
They're twitchy.
twitchy on Twitch.
I twitch.
Join us as we twitch on Twitch.
Yeah.
What is blind?
What is blind?
The
See?
giant constrictor snake has blind sight, but he doesn't have a good climb speed. He's a constrictor snake, though. He can probably climb. I'm going to turn into a giant constrictor snake.
All right. Let me pull that up on Beyond for myself.
I can't.
D&D. Giant
Anything? What's
constrictor
happening?
snake.
What's happening? Constrictor snake. Go
wait.
up the pole. Go
Giant
up the pole.
constrictor strikes CR2. So it'd have to
Oh,
be.
can I not turn? I can't turn.
Yeah, have to be
But yeah,
constrictor
I thought I
snake.
could do it with one level on my.
Hmm?
Can't do CRPs yet.
No, so it'd be 8.
I'm sorry.
Level
Yeah,
8,
yeah.
too, I think.
Well, meanwhile, as you two are
does the
figuring
normal
this out,
constrictor
we're gonna get
snake
even
have
more meta with Teacher
blind
and
sight?
Gamer.
don't
Yes,
have
blind
mine.
sight of 10 feet.
Okay, I'll just do the normal constrictor snake. That's fine.
Okay, yeah, and you can. It doesn't say climb speed, but it's a constrictor snake. It could climb that.
Yeah, maybe it just doesn't have a faster climb speed.
Yeah,
We're not in a rush. So I'm going to close my eyes as the constrictor snake and slither towards the statue.
So as you get within 20 feet of it, go ahead and make the Constitution saving throw, and I'll say you can do it with advantage because you know what's coming. And it's a +1 con for a constrictor snake, so you can just roll d20 twice.
Megan, would this qualify as an enchantment, the thing on this statue?
It's some sort of enchantment or something
like as a rogue, would I have a buff to that, or as a rogue elf, would I have a buff to that?
Oh, those are terrible.
Oh, this is gonna probably knock you out of.
Yeah, I think I have 13.
You have advantage on. That's just enough.
Exactly enough.
All right.
Wow.
So as the eyes kind of start to do this kaleidoscope of lights again, like you feel like you're ready for it, but then it hits you and slams into you. It has 13 hit points. That's just enough to bring you to 0. And so you're Baeridin sitting within 20 feet of it now.
Baeridin's just gonna sit down, throw his arms up into the air. He still can't talk, so he's just gonna.
I don't know what this statue's got that we want so bad.
Well, it's glittery and at the top.
It's a mystery. It's the fun of the mystery.
Yeah.
Can we just toss one of them up there?
Is a mystery.
Could try. Certainly try.
Anybody with
Let's
a bow,
get
you can just try
Jenkins
to
and
shoot
or Tweedledum to launch them with their tail.
Before any of this happens, Gragnold is going to go into a rage and run as fast as he can at the statue. About all this stuff. You guys walk too slow. You try to figure things out. No, Gragnold just goes and just dives at the statue.
Go ahead and make an attack roll.
With my scimitars?
He's going to try to chop the statue down.
I mean,
we're just climbing the statue.
Can I make it athletics? Just make an athletics roll of running as fast as I can. The rage is not to give me any sort of bonus. It's mostly to resist, to be in character and to resist any damage that might do to me.
Is he trying to climb the statue, or is he trying to damage the statue?
Climb the statue.
Okay. Oh yeah. So go ahead and make an athletics check. Raging athletics check.
Mountaineering
You
rage.
do it with advantage.
Oh my god.
All right.
That's close. That's good.
Are you kidding?
All right. So, wow. All right. Go ahead and make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, don't mind if I do.
You are moving within 20 feet of it again.
Take that, statue. That's the power of pepper.
So you were expecting it. You knew this was going to happen. So as you were getting close to it, you actually shielded your eyes from it, and you started to climb this
with
thing.
Your sword.
As soon as you touch it, though, one thing does happen is that the central monkey's mouth opens up and it starts to scream. I need you to make another Constitution saving throw.
Don't mind if I do.
I'm really close. Do I also have to make a save for that?
Yeah, actually, you're close enough that you would need to make a Constitution saving throw as well.
That sucks.
All right,
I'm not as good at that. God, your rolls.
So, Baeridin, you are stunned.
This is my highest stat. Is kind of.
I mean, I was already pretty stunned.
But now you are stunned. And then, so Gragnold, you start climbing pretty easily, though you are able to get to the top of the statue. What are you doing to maintain your rage? Though, because it's going to take you probably yeah. All right, so you're just kind of letting like the stones and stuff grind into your hands and things.
Think of a word you don't understand and it bothers you.
Yeah,
asymptotic.
Osmosis.
So as you're climbing, you take we'll just say like 4 points of piercing damage just from jagged edges of the stone. But as you climb up to the top of the statue, you do see the bowl sitting on the top of the monkey's head is filled with gold coins.
I'm gonna knock the bowl off the top.
Stupid
statue. All this crap.
All right. They knock this bowl down off the top, and it is part of the statue. So just go ahead and give me a strength check.
You just like rip the bowl out of the top.
Like,
Oh,
seeing
yeah.
that it's, well, and I will ask you this: seeing that it's part of the statue, would you still knock it off, or?
I would I would just hit it. I would try to knock
Okay.
the bowl off. If I thought the bowl was not attached, I would try to knock the bowl off.
Yeah, you see, I mean, like coming up, like you see, this is a stone statue, and so the bowl is just like part of the head, but it's designed to look like it's sitting on the head.
Yeah, I'd still try to rip it off.
Okay, go for it. Make a strength check.
With advantage, you're raging.
Yeah, you're raging. So.
Hey.
Oh. So without issue, you just smack into this, and everybody down at the base of the statue just see this shower of gold coins come down.
For those watching, it's a 24.
As the bottom.
That's why you keep me around, not
Now-
for my wits.
Before
and
we leave, I have a
aloe fighting
request.
abilities.
Well, hold on. The bottommost monkey's mouth opens, though, as the bowl starts to, as the statue takes damage and the bowl starts to fall off, and it belches out this swarm of wasps that come out. They do start going up towards Gragnold, and
Time faster.
that's gonna go ahead. Let me see. Let me just see if there's a. Let's just do this one, Theater of the Mind. So go ahead and roll initiative, and I'll manually put you guys in. And I'm gonna change up the music for.
Ooh, that's my low roll there. Eh?
Ooh,
I just have a request. Somebody have a lightning spell. I want to shock the monkey.
You'll go blind.
Megan, can I talk now?
Yeah, I'd say at this point you guys could talk. Yeah.
All right.
Can I see?
No, you probably have about like 2 more minutes on that.
Oh, for the love of God.
Come on, man. There's a bunch of bees out here. I know you can't see them. There's horsefight.
Was I also blinded when they?
Yeah, you were blinded, so
Okay,
you were
so I
blind
also
right
have-
now. Oh my gosh, these are terrible rolls
Oh,
for
man.
some of my characters. Alrighty.
Are the wasps, like, still ongoing coming out of the mouth, or they're out now?
They're out now.
Yeah.
Well, got
Kill it
three.
with fire.
All right, and what everybody else got. All right, so Nick got 5. Greg, don't you have advantage on initiative as well?
Don't think so.
Okay.
So all initiative.
Yeah, I don't remember.
It is 16.
Grab my player's handbook.
Sorry for the slight delay here as I type in all the initiatives.
I'm gonna try to count the wasps. 1. Oh, sorry. 1. 1.
1.
1. It keeps moving. Still 1. 2. 2.
What did Emmy roll? Or
One.
did we roll for
Emmy
Emmy?
rolled a 10.
Oh, Emmy got the 10. Okay. What did Emerald
Both
get then?
Emmy and Immeral got a 10.
Oh, awesome. Oh, whoops, I just changed Gragnold's to 10. Whoops.
I'll take it.
Gragnold got, sorry, 2.
I got 2. 2, not bad. For me.
Descending. Wow, these are really low initiative rolls.
No
Yeah,
kidding.
Pretty bad.
Of all the rolls to roll low initiatives,
Yeah, it's a weird one to roll. You always want your cleric to roll
Yeah.
low, though.
a low
Hey,
roll could have made me blind.
Xissou, my man. Look, between you and me, don't tell the others this. It's a bit embarrassing, but I'm really scared of wasps. So I don't know if you want to go ahead and do your little fire bit. Then you just kind of get rid of them. Kind of get a little bit nervous.
All right, Xissou, you are up first.
Nick, please do not put yourself in harm's way. This is too stressful enough as it is. I cannot be keeping this. Just please.
And he pulls out the jaguar skull. It starts glowing green as summons Sacred Flame on the wasps.
All right,
Nice.
go ahead. Single
You're a
player
lifesaver, man.
is that a saving throw or a?
It's a dex saving throw,
Oh,
and then
right.
I do 15 damage.
Ooh, nice.
Nice.
It's a terrible roll for the insects.
All right, yeah, it's terrible. All right.
Insects.
Fire.
So immediately as this all happens, Xissou just throws this fire out. These summoned wasps are flying up, and they are quickly many are singed, and you see this little pew 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 fireballs of wasps falling down to the ground. Anything
Can
as
we pause
bonus
for a
action?
moment and acknowledge the wonderful Simpsons reference that Teacher and Gamer just busted out?
What did we have?
And then come the attack dogs that shoot bees out of their mouths.
Yes.
Yeah, spectacular.
That's awesome.
All right. So is there anything as bonus or movement?
I'm gonna stay 60 feet away and close to Nick.
All right.
And I'll sort of say to him, Xissou, my man, that was awesome. Hey, do you remember a bit ago when I told you about my fear of bees?
All right. MA's turn.
Maybe you keep that just between you and I, man. Not super proud of that one.
Don't get you or any of us killed.
Hey, right on, man.
How far away? Actually, you know what? MA is going to cast Cloud of Daggers near the top of the
yeah.
near the top of the pole.
Can
Okay,
they
it's
can
cloud
be
of
little
dagger.
wasp-sized daggers?
Where I am, so it's.
I'm just wondering, does that not target friendlies?
Oh no, it does.
Okay.
I'm raging though. It's
Right
cool.
now, but my recollection of it
Don't mind
is
me.
that it's basically I pick a square and
Yep.
anything that moves through it.
Creature takes 44 slashing damage when it enters the spell area for the first time, or it starts its turn there. So you're making these around like Gragnold where they're heading to, or
No, below Gragnold.
okay, so just below.
Like right where the bee. I'm trying to intercept the bees.
Okay.
Spawn
Alright.
kill.
Spawn kill, yeah.
So, for the sake of this, we're going to say that they've only just come out of the mouth. They haven't started moving up yet. So you're probably targeting at the second monkey.
Well, I'm targeting wherever they look like they're about to move next.
They're moving like they're going up. So
Okay, well then, right in front of them, Cloud of
Okay.
Daggers.
perfect. Noted. And now it is anything for her for a bonus action or anything.
Duck!
All right.
Those
Immeral.
are wasps, not ducks.
Yeah, he's right, man. Those are
Immeral.
My
wasps.
own heart, Xissou.
Yeah, Immeral is blind.
But you know what? Does Immeral hear the swarm of bees?
Yeah, you would hear this coming up, and you also would have heard Xissou's spell as it rocketed by you.
Okay, then you know what? In that direction, Immeral uses the Fist of Unbroken Air.
All right.
Ooh, yeah.
So do you make an attack with that, or is that a save?
It's just a save.
Okay. What form of save? Cheeky points. Strength save. All right. Oh, they're not very strong. Ooh, yeah. Okay, so take 10. All right, and with that, just boom, this large just strike of air comes out and pelts these wasps, and the remaining ones all either flutter away or fall to the ground dead.
Yeah, what's up?
Is that all the wasps?
That was all the wasps, and they only had 22 hit points.
Awesome.
So-
Gragnold's gonna climb the rest of the statue and then stand on it, and then do like a barbaric yop at the top.
Is it good? Like a
Give a
Tuscan
performance
Raider?
check.
I would like to point out that y'all were saved by the blind monk.
True.
That is
Aren't we
that
always
is-
saved? by
Oh,
the-
what's his name from Rogue One?
Oh yeah.
Yes.
You're that guy.
I am
Hey,
one.
look
with
at
the-
I
look at
want
Gragnold, man.
to be.
Feeling really good about himself. We should give him
I feel really supported right now, you guys. Thank you.
Gragnold, get down from there. This is too dangerous. You'll hurt yourself.
Well, Greg, you take your time, man. You worked hard for that. You stick with it. You did a good job. You should be very proud.
Get us out of here in
Jangling
one
of
piece.
the coins hitting the ground was.
Oh, I'm taking all those. I'm taking all the coins. I've been gradually snagging everyone.
Hand.
All right, you guys go around. You spend probably the next
Amazing.
30-ish minutes collecting coins. But you feel like you've gotten all of them. And as the statue's various defenses are coming up when you get too close to it, you guys pretty quickly figure out the range and like start using the mage hand to pull things in. But yeah, after about a half hour, you guys have 1,000 gold pieces.
Oh, that was a lot of gold up there. I'm pretty
What?
strong.
Even distribution. Let's split it all around.
How many people do we have now?
One,
Five.
also have-
Everybody.
You have Orbit,
One
you
for
have
Gragnold.
MA.
one.
For Gragnold, 2 for Xissou. 1 for Gragnold, 4 for Xissou.
I don't have pockets, you guys.
As Zissou's putting 2 in his pocket, I'm sliding handing 1 for Just said 1 for Nick, 2 for Xissou, and 1 more for Nick. Cool.
Nice.
How much
All
gold
right.
is that actually for everybody?
It depends on are you giving Orbith and MA some as well?
Are they people?
They're people.
No, I suppose so.
They are people.
Are they one person or are they 2? That was confusing. before.
We need to be
Yes.
fair.
So there's 7 of us?
7 total. Yep. I mean, unless you guys want to count Tweedledum and Jenkins as people as well.
Do they have pockets?
Tweedledum and Jenkins are not people.
Don't give them gold. They'll just eat it. It'll be bad for their digestion.
We can get it back in a few days. They can store the gold for us. It's a 3-day holding.
Kind of goes
Yeah,
in
but the
gold, comes
deposit
out bronze.
process is not pleasant. Yeah.
You can find lots of interesting things.
How much was that?
So it's 143 to all of us, but 1 gets 142.
I'll take the 142.
All right. I'll update Orbith with 142 gold. Or 142.
Wow. I'm rich.
I don't know what to do with this much gold.
All right. Orbith
Yeah, I have no idea what I'm gonna do with the
kind of nods reluctantly. He's like, all right, that turned out okay. I think I found a pathway through. Look, we want to just be pretty careful here.
Who put the gold up there?
The bees did.
Tall people.
No, the bees did.
They're very tall. I had to climb up there.
They carried them up. It took
Bees?
like 3 or 4 bees per piece of gold.
How many bees per gold?
There were a lot of bees.
All of you. Zissou's like hair is all like frizzled, and he's like, "Please, we cannot be doing this. There's too much danger here. You're going to get us all killed. I can't save everyone all of the time, okay? I just can't do it all."
Baeridin holds up his hands and he goes, "It's okay, Xissou. Some people are afraid of bees. No big deal."
No, he's got a good point, man. Not me personally, but I've known people who just literally crap themselves, man, when they're around bees. By the way, I gotta go clean myself for 1
Can we
moment.
continue with
Come on.
you?
Don't worry, Xissou. Xissou's afraid of bees, so got to make sure to keep those away from
Oh,
him.
they can be very deadly.
Yeah, absolutely.
Especially if you're allergic.
Hey, Xissou, we don't think
You
any
don't
less of
know
you for
you're
that.
allergic.
Again,
until
can
you're
we
stung.
continue?
All right, you guys start making your way down. And
Hey,
we're-
Raph, turn up your volume just a little more if you could. Is anybody else having? Is that just me?
I can hear him okay.
He's kind
I
of
can hear him
quiet.
okay.
Is this better?
Yes.
Yeah. All right,
Okay.
cool.
All right, so as you guys start making your way through, this Orbit seems to have found like what the remains of an old road, and you guys start to follow that through, and it's pretty easy going here. It's getting onward in the day. It's pretty hot, the afternoon rains come, and you guys are starting to get pretty sweaty and just wet. And is everybody just give me a quick perception check.
What does Immeral with the passive perception of 16 need to give?
Give it just in case you crit and see more stuff.
I got a 19.
Wow, look at that.
Yeah.
See, it was worth rolling.
Man.
All right, so I'd say Xissou, Gragnold, Immeral. I'll notice that it's hard to see in the downpour that's been going on, but you do see like a little line of smoke not too far off. Probably quarter mile away down the pathway as you guys keep going.
Hey, everybody, I see a little wisp of smoke on the path on which we're going.
Is it like a campfire?
You know what? We should probably go find out.
That's a good idea. If they're making food, Gragnold might help them like season it. Did you get anything in the woods, Gragnold? You find some cabbage or something?
I found some aloe and some pepper herb, but they would go deliciously with cabbage.
Look, guys, we need to be sensitive to Xissou's needs, all right? He's still shaking up. Xissou, what do you want to do? Do you want to go over to this fire?
We must approach with caution.
That's a good point, Xissou. You've got a great point. Let's go towards it then.
Right. As you, let me narrate through this next little bit, and then we're going to take a quick bathroom break because your DM at least has to pee real bad. All right. So as you guys are coming forward down the pathway, you see just different like dead trees and things around, and you've been passing definitely some ruined houses and things, and you do see kind of a dilapidated looking shack. There is a little bit of light coming out from it, and there is a small fire in the front. At this point, the rains just have stopped, and there is a very gnarled old woman sitting by the fire looking at you all. Looking at the hut, you can see there's various wind chimes hanging around that are all made out of bones that are lightly clacking together. And
This totally isn't a witch.
no, totally not.
This is not the witch you're looking for.
Here it is, actually.
Why, you think we're looking for a witch?
Oh, yeah, we were looking for a witch. That's right.
Right?
Look, man, she's got a real maternal
Is this your witch?
She reminds me of my mum, man. She's got a real maternal feel to it. Before she left with me stepdad, Bob.
Your mom had like
I'm not
bones
a
and
witch.
stuff on her porch.
Yeah, man, my mum had a lot of stuff, a lot of shenanigans. You know, lot of like, oh, no, what is the word? What is in Super Troopers? Is it shenanigans?
It's shenanigans.
It is
yeah.
What's all that place with all the shit on the walls? The shenanigans? Shenanigans?
I swear to God, I'm going to hilt whip any of you who say the word shenanigans again.
Well, that movie reference. All right, we'll be back in 5 minutes.
5
Quick
minutes.
break. Yep. So as your party's approaching this hut with, as I said, like these bone wind chimes hanging on the outside, and there's just this very old woman sitting in front of the fire looking at you all. How do you proceed?
I tell everybody, hold on a moment. Let me go talk to her.
Okay.
What's going to be the signal if things go wrong?
Say that again.
What's going to be the signal if things go wrong?
Ow.
Ow.
Pull on your earlobe twice.
At this point, I think I've gotten overly comfortable with relating this. That I've already started walking as that dialogue is going on. I'm like, oh, what's happening, Mum? Is he having a good night? Like I'm already like, looks like you've got some dead things hanging around. That's pretty cool. There's some hanging around.
Parents is gonna watch that happen. And goes, well, that should be interesting.
What's the
You seem
worst
like
that happened?
you a bit of a small game hunter? I've known some things. Small game hunter. That one's a little bigger. Kind of humanoid. How are you doing?
She kind of coldly looks over and it's like, you talk too much.
You know, you're not the first one to have told me that, you know. Probably why she went away with my stepdad, Bob.
Oh, too soon.
And
As Immeral approaches her slowly, calmly, relax. He bows deeply.
Mhm.
Might I ask your name?
My name. Been called many things, but Nanazili more recently.
Then you are in fact the woman we are looking for.
Am
But
I?
I'm going to go out on a limb and guess you knew we were looking for you, didn't you?
I've known about you, Immeral, from the Moon Mountains for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
From the what?
You
The
didn't.
moonlit.
Are we,
Yeah, that's
are
true.
We close enough to
What did she
hear?
say? I couldn't
Yeah,
hear
are we
what she
close
said.
enough, or are we just sort of like watching them talk from the distance?
Then if you know where I'm from, you know why we're here.
What did he say?
What's going on?
Yes.
We should probably walk up too. I'm just gonna walk up.
Do I see them walking up?
With your path, yeah, with your
No,
perception.
and I just hold up. Stop.
I climb a tree.
Stop hands.
All right, guys. Yeah, you guys can hang back. Apparently, Immeral and them, they already know what's going on.
I actually signaled to Nick, go away.
Oh, yeah, man. Yeah. Oh, me. All right, yeah.
You know what? Climb a tree, scrape your knee.
Oh, man, that sounds dangerous. I'll consult with Xissou, see what his thoughts are. Xissou, should I climb that tree?
Xissou is in a tree.
Xissou, how'd you get up there?
Go away. The grown-ups are talking.
Xissou, help me rock that cup, man. I'm up in the tree with Xissou now. It's a nice tree you found here, Xissou.
I know
So
why
if you know
you
why
come.
we're here. That saves us a lot of time in this discussion, doesn't it?
Yes. So what are you wanting from me?
Well, quite honestly, that's a complicated question, isn't it? Because really, what our end goal is to stop the rot.
I can see that. The balance, it's been broken.
So
It
how do
needs
we
to
restore
end.
this balance?
That be information. That don't come free.
Can you hear what she's saying? Okay, I can't hear.
Well, if you know why we're here, you know who we are here on behalf of.
I'm reading their lips.
Of whom we're on behalf, I think is what you're supposed to say.
Hey, Baeridin, my man, come up this tree. We got a great tree.
Minus 50 IQ points.
Brandon climbs up the tree also.
Hey, my man, welcome up to the tree. We got stuff for you.
Brandon's
I feel like Kermit with the Muppets, but more angry.
Xissou's gonna send Roxy up next to Immeral, and I'm gonna pull a Hunger Games and tie myself into the tree, and then proceed through Roxy.
Xissou, what you doing, man?
As Roxy comes up, she just deadpan looks straight in the face of Roxy. Third one, you can come to my fire. Your people fear me, but they know there's no need.
Who is she talking to?
Roxy opens her mouth, and Xissou's voice comes out saying, I think I will keep my distance for now, but thank you for the invitation. Much appreciated. Is that appropriate?
So, let's cut to the chase. Lord Nori sent us. He is in need of some of your services. We would like to fix the rot.
That'd be two things. Your
That
lord
would be
needs
two things.
Your lord needs to seek me out himself. I'll give you that one for free. She leans back and pulls a bone off of one of the wind chimes in her house and hands it over to you.
So I've got a wind bone.
Me too.
Give Give that to him. Tell him to leave his walls. Come to my jungle, and I'll speak to him.
All right. Well, that's fair enough. Now, the other part of this.
It's bad business. It was okay for a while, but now the tides are turning.
So you need our help, is what I'm hearing.
Nanazil is not one to go and risk her own neck. Stupidity.
Well, so by implication, it falls to us.
As she's talking to you, just do something real quick. Okay. You see her hold up a finger really quickly, and she reaches for something inside of her robe, and you see her concentrate for a moment, and there's some sweat that starts to come down her brow. And she takes a hand and slams it into whatever she was holding. And she opens it up, and you see what looks like almost like a voodoo type doll laying in her hand, and it starts to slowly move on its own.
Nana Zele, what is this?
You go into the house with the others. They help you.
Am I going in alone, or am I going?
No, she was saying that to the puppet as it ran off.
Oh.
I don't think you should go inside.
I sort of,
I'm mostly trying to stay out of this, but that's a bad idea.
I sort of holler back like you get through the leaves, like, "Hey, Immeral, my man, did we just see a doll run away? What's going on over there, down there?"
Please forgive my traveling companions.
You
They
know?
are morons.
No, hey, Immeral, can you not hear me? Immeral, I'll be louder. Immeral.
I think he got affected by that statue again.
I don't think he can hear us,
Did
Ben.
you guys ever see like the BBC One animal voiceovers?
Yes.
The BBC One animal
Alan!
voiceovers?
Alan!
Alan!
Steve!
Wait, that's not Alan.
Ben, I don't think he can hear. I don't think he can talk, man. I think that monkey thing's back in his head.
Even from a distance, it plagues us.
Yeah, man, that thing was reckoned to be with, much like bees.
Yeah. Don't worry, Xissou. We'll keep you protected.
Xissou's just like trance.
I think he's in that cat.
So, Nana Zele, what do we need to do to meet your requirements for your help?
Well, what do you be offering? Because I said information don't come free. I've read the fates. I've seen what lays before you all. You could maybe do it without anything I tell you, or maybe not. Things I tell you might help a lot.
Hey, Immeral, what's she saying now?
What the hell is going on? I don't know what just happened. Nanazela, we're looking to stop this in the most efficient way possible. I can't know what to offer unless I know the price that you're asking.
This evil is too deep. If you can help us, it is in all of our best interest. We must prevent it from spreading. Please share it with us.
We also have gold. Just saying, sometimes it works.
Sometimes it's just a matter of gold.
It's her gold.
Actually, what does
She's like,
her
that's exactly.
area look like? Like her hut and the surrounding area. Does it look well kept? Does it look well farmed?
Like a Louisiana porch, just like dead shit everywhere, and like bad lighting in a swamp.
There is definitely
a bug zapper on the
Yeah, right. Some alligators.
Go ahead and give me just a perception check. I know your passive is pretty high, so just seeing if you're getting higher than your passive. Okay. It's looking intentionally dilapidated. Like you could see that if it weren't for the fire out front, you probably would have thought that this was an abandoned house. But you've been sitting here kind of looking around, and you can see that there's definitely like little signs that this is probably her primary residence.
So, first of all, Nanazele, how long did it take you to make it look this dilapidated?
She looks around. It's hold on, I gotta get her voice again. Sorry, I keep switching.
Natalia.
Use a key phrase.
Dilapidated.
Yeah.
You gotta have a key
Boris.
Fuck, I'm just gonna talk in my voice. I can't get.
I liked it.
phrase. Yeah, that's great.
I liked your voice. Just think of Boris and Natalia, just be her.
No, it's more like it's like a.
I thought it was
My
the
voice?
Yeah, I thought it was like voodoo.
No, you just
monkey.
It
Moose and
takes-
squirrel.
Monkey Island.
It
Like
took
sort of
lots-
French.
Lots
Like
of time.
French.
Time
Well, you
is
did a
all I
lovely
have.
job in making it look this haphazardly put together. Would you like a pack animal of considerable strength to help you around your hut?
Talking about Gragnold?
I have no need of muscles.
Oh, I got some.
She doesn't. We can't hear any of this.
No.
Like it's Xissou.
No,
Close
can.
enough.
Xissou. Are they talking about us?
Well, then what would you be looking for?
She reaches into her pocket and pulls out a handful of like rune-looking bones, and holds it out to you.
What's with all the bones?
And what would you like me to do with this?
Take them and cast them.
Okay, I take them. Given the stories of how powerful and dangerous you are, where would you like me to cast them?
Right here. And she just points to the ground between you two.
Okay. Shake them. I cast them.
All right. So give me just an arcana. Oh!
That was
All right.
critical success.
She looks over at them and leans back. The fates have touched you.
Ooh, sorry.
Give me a...
We had no idea.
Where did they
I'll
touch?
tell you...
Yeah, way over.
I need to know you give me a favor.
Oh, you just getting weirder.
Hold on, I need it. And it may be that this favor
On this the
Come
day.
here on the day that I was on my porch with my bug zapper.
On the porch today.
Okay, well then you shall have, provided this favor does not conflict with my morals or my gods, you'll have it.
Yeah, that's good. Good way to frame that.
That cannot be guaranteed.
This sounds very.
Then neither can I. You would ask me to save. You would ask me to save a civilization at the sacrifice of my own soul.
Not at all. I wasn't asking for your soul. That might be a end somebody I need ended. It might be placing something somewhere. I don't know.
So you would potentially ask me to end one life to save thousands.
Possibly.
No.
All right.
Xissou looks at, or Roxy looks at Immeral, and Zissou's voice says,
So, maybe one life is worth more than thousands. But would you want to be the one left if everyone else was dead?
It's a draw.
Do you want to sit in front? Do you want to stand in front of your gods and say you willingly sacrificed one innocent, potentially, to save thousands?
Lily, what is it that you really want?
Is he saying that to Immeral or to her?
to her,
And just... Are you bargaining now, my furry friend?
I just want to know what it is that you want above all else.
There's zombies around.
What? Oh, yes, sir, man. Had it up pretty good. For some
Desire
reason,
calling.
people are calling in at Sunday at 4.
Nana Zele, what do you want? Ring, ring, ring.
If this is an emergency, call 911, man.
Peanut butter jelly time.
I want a banana food.
So that's really what she wants? Peanut butter jelly with a baseball bat?
Yeah.
Peanut butter jelly. Peanut butter jelly. Peanut butter jelly. Wait. Peanut butter jelly.
She would look
Background
at Roxy and actually, yeah, no, she would say this out loud. Just get your people to leave me alone. I tell you what you need.
insight check.
Go for it.
Is she talking about us? I'm right here, lady.
So annoying. Oh, that's
All right, it's there. You go. Fine. I'm out of here.
22, man.
And there's an incoming whisper.
The little raptor tilts its head.
Oh, yes. Question for the DM. There seems to be an audience suggestion that after that reframe, I get one level of lawyer.
You do seem to have that. Well, I mean, you do already have the dapper vest.
It does.
true.
Gives you
You have the
advantage
vest.
on things, so
Yeah.
But that's my doctor vest.
yeah.
My lawyer vest looks different.
Yeah.
You just get a lawyer a lawyer collar. You get a lawyer collared shirt.
See, I was
The other
thinking
thing?
suspenders. Just
Lawyer
like,
suspenders.
It should get you the cloak of many faces, so you can just change what it looks like, or depending on what role you're filling for.
The suspenders that hold up the pants of justice.
Yeah.
did you say justice?
If you sort of undo the top button, loosen the tie, put a little coffee on your shirt, you're county clerk. Just like
Yeah.
that. Easy peas.
Just like that.
Yeah.
So
Easy
quick.
peas.
You can be basically anybody, so long as it's a lawyer or county clerk.
Did you see the whispers, Joe?
Yes. So, perhaps we can form a truce. But I have to know that what you are going to do is not going to be bad for my people.
That's such a loose term.
This seems to be the kind of terminology we're dealing with, isn't it?
See how it feels?
It'll get. Don't worry, guys. It'll get solidified in the letter of intent, and then we'll drop it.
Yeah, that's right.
Can we just get a memorandum of understanding here?
She looks at.
I'm not a lawyer, but
She looks down at Roxy. What I do, some would call bad. Some see as helpful and good.
What is
Some
it
of
you
your-
say you do here?
What do you say you do here? Well, that's a good question, Bobs.
What I do, I gain my power. I protect myself and my own interests, my own research. This, she kind of points off in the direction you all were going in, is disrupting the balance in a bigger way than before. It does need to end, and I've seen the fates say you all could end. But I could tip the odds. So, have your people leave me alone. Let me be. I tell you what I know.
Roxy kind of looks up at Immeral.
let's do this. If all you want is seclusion and you'll help us save civilization, that seems like a fair trade. Especially since us saving civilization seems to be, I don't know, a little self-serving towards you.
I object. Hearsay.
Habeas corpus.
Habeas corpus. Yes. Stabler. I object. Stabler. And Olivia.
And she is going to do an insight check on Xissou. If he's is he agreeing to this, or?
Yeah.
Come down and look at me in the eye with your own eyes as you agree.
Xissou comes out of his trance. He looks at Nick and Baeridin next to him. He has the look of like when the cat is in the litter box. Like,
No, man, you were like a little vampire for a long time there, man. Just sitting there. It's crazy, man.
I'll be right back. You keep yourself safe. He climbs down. As he's coming up to the conversation, he's gonna send Roxy around to kind of peek at where that doll ran off to. And
Oh yeah, what about that doll?
Yeah, we went past that real
Roxy's on it.
fast.
Roxy's on.
Good. Get somebody on that thing.
Is Roxy being obvious about this or trying to be sneaky?
You're trying to be sneaky as like Xissou's walking up. Roxy's gonna kind of like hopefully be able to kind of slowly meander out of frame a little bit.
All right. Go ahead and give her a stealth check.
Can Gragnold assist by being distracting?
What? Are you kidding me? That's basically what Gragnold does.
I'm learning how to play the bugle, so I'm like.
Oh snap!
She, as Roxy's running around, she actually kind of snaps her hand down right in front of Roxy. Your pet was not invited in.
Oops.
See, come here. What have I told you about respecting the customs of other countries?
You tell your people
Roxy was
to-
properly admonished.
You tell your people to leave me alone. They do not hunt me. They do not interfere. I tell you what I need. You should know.
Make the deal.
Will do what I can to influence my people as a respected member of the community. For there are not many of them left, and I wish not to see them eradicated. So, you have my word.
All right, she's going to insight check you. So,
You better be telling the truth, Xissou.
Tell the truth. Tell the truth.
Last time I lied to a dignitary, it didn't go well.
Don't
so-
lie to the witch.
So with a 20, if you're lying, go ahead and roll perception.
He's not really lying. He is going to do what he can.
Okay.
He does have influence, but he knows that he doesn't have, like, his word is the law.
Yeah.
So he knows that a few people will probably still, like, the prejudice and the fear will still, like, happen. But
Okay.
he will spread the word, like, hey, she's
Be
not
cool.
so bad, you know? Like, be cool about this.
Be cool about it. Everyone just be cool for a little while. Just say,
She would hold out this really gnarled hand, like of long pointed fingers for you to.
Her grabbing claw.
Sisu brings out the mage hand.
Her other hand is actually like really nice.
that's beautiful.
In love with
Big
lanolin
deal.
on the other one.
As the mage hand appears, she flicks a finger and dispels the magic.
Wait.
And what does it look like? What happens in that?
She wants you to
mage-
shake. She's not gonna shake your mage hand. She wants to shake your real hand.
It's a trick. Get an axe.
All right. Sisu kind of apprehensively looks at Immeral as he puts his hand out.
Can I roll an inside check to see if she's really planning to like suck his blood out of his?
I think we're still in a tree.
I'm not in the tree. I'm standing in the clearing watching this whole thing. Ever since he put his hand.
Yeah.
I'm in a
Find the
tree.
stupid tree. I'm standing there staring,
Just
like
do it.
looking at bugs and stuff.
Take her.
Dan and I are talking about that velociraptor in the tree.
Anybody who
How crazy
is
is
watching this, you can make a I'd say more of like a history or nature check.
I do have detect magic going on.
Whichever's higher.
I got double. No, that was you. Got double. Still got a good roll. Got double critical on that.
Powerful witches that are this
Crazy.
powerful.
A 1 in 400 chance.
Trying to make deals. Wow.
Wait, hold on. Crit calling.
Tend not to like if they're making a deal like this, they've got a reason for it. They think in terms like dragons, where they see a very long game that they're playing. And so making a deal and then like kind of reneging on it by like instantly attacking the person doesn't really fit their nature.
Do I see anything with detect magic within 30 feet of us?
There's magic all over the place.
She's a witch.
Yeah, there's
She's a witcher.
like she's got magic items on her. That there's, you can't sense fully into the cabin, but even just near the cabin, you sense like there's different types of alarm spells. There's lots of
Small.
definitely a lot of
animated
necromantic
dolls.
magic around. Also, sorry, I forget the schools of magic. That's one of my growing points of D.
Enchantment, illusion,
Not illusion.
divination,
Conjuration.
conjuration,
Conjuration.
evocation.
There's a lot of conjuration evocation around as well. So,
So conjuration and necromancy, huh?
mhm.
I hold up my hand a second. I'm like, oh. I do have to tell you, though, that I am beholden to one that would not permit this deal if there is undeath to be as a result. So you must not be dealing with the undead.
Trying to think how much she might say at this point. Ask your queen if it's okay to make a deal.
You see, we don't exactly talk that much.
More like
Go
good
ahead.
acquaintances.
If you want to, you can make a religion check.
Okay.
Like I know her through a brother of my friend.
She's like a relative. Like we get it. We were
Go
like
ahead
on
and
the
roll
same
again.
page,
I'll give you
but
the
it's-
advantage on it, just because of the situation and everything.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay, 18. As you kind of concentrate on your patron, you think about the Raven Queen. You're like, what the hell should I do? There's this sense of unease that you get, but not forbidding. It's definitely like not a fan of, but also not saying don't.
All right, fine. So, just so you know, though, if I see the undead around here, I will kill them all.
Invite your party over.
Is that really necessary? Okay.
Listen, she literally asked for this. All right.
Literally
You should
asked.
you
wanted
sure
this.
to come over.
You wanted this.
Guys,
Okay.
MA, come on.
All yours.
Come on over. Gragnold,
We're
we're having our respectful voice right now.
Okay, here we go.
We're going to be on our
Gragnold, know what
polite
respectful
behavior,
means.
yes?
Yes, I do. I'm gonna talk quietly.
that's an indoor.
And
one.
we're going to treat the nice lady nicely.
You mean the witch?
Oh, God.
I don't see a nice lady. Sorry, I don't know who you're talking about. All I see is this grazzled old lady
Is she being held kidnapped by the witch?
by this monstrous.
Okay, Gragnold.
We haven't even used the duck scales yet.
Good. Gragnold, we're going to have a talk again
Sorry.
about using certain words for people.
Just playing out.
We're going to call her ma'am.
All right.
We're not going to comment on her age,
Okay.
nor are we going to comment on her appearance or the appearance of the surrounding area or her house.
Weird hut she's living in.
What did I just say?
What's with all the bones?
What did I just say?
I live outdoors and this is weird.
Gragnold, we're going to have a talk again soon about this.
All right, I'll just zip it.
That's a good plan.
As you all sit down, you notice Orberth's very nervous coming forward, and he kind of sits tentatively looking around to everybody.
Ormith,
And,
come on.
Don't worry, Orberth. If she turns into a frog, you just shapeshift yourself back.
She looks and nodding at Xissou. For the price of being kept at peace, you all have earned some knowledge. And she reaches into a bag and pulls out this strange, like, glittering powder and throws it onto the fire. And what you see before you is
society.
like,
Are you afraid of the dark?
smoke comes forward, and inside of the
Does it
smoke,
smell like
you
oregano.
you start to see these different shapes and images coming forward. This place used to be a thriving city, and you see you're basically seeing the decay of all the ruins around you in reverse. So you're seeing the buildings starting to come back up into themselves and form. And you see people walking around in different places. Deep in the heart of the city, there was a temple that's connected to a place of darkness, but they lived with us fairly peacefully. And you see elves with gray skin walking amongst the people with hoods on during the day, at night out. And you actually also see Gragnold and Baeridin. You would definitely recognize Driders near the temple. But
Baeridin clenches his fist.
something happened to them.
Good. I'll be.
The temple was taken over by one. Nanazili even never saw his face.
You talking about yourself in third grade?
But when he came, a darkness started to spread. There were those that went in to kill this one. Called himself Vikit.
Call it a what?
Vikit.
What?
McGee?
Vikit.
The Git?
The?
It was Vikit.
I can't spell it.
Ooh.
Spelling it won't do anything.
No, it's like a V.
Say it slowly.
Like V. Like Vikit.
Those that went in, it said they killed him, but as soon as it happened, there was thing that came across this land. The swamp started to form. And undead started to rise everywhere. It spread for a time, and then eventually sank back. Coming to the new normal, but no one could live in the deep jungle. It's happening again. I've never been into the temple myself, but I do have my ways of getting information. And you see a snake kind of fully crawling up one of her legs. And she kind of picks it up, and it just kind of winds up her arm.
Oh, hi there. What's your name?
Deep inside the heart of this temple, there's a large crystal. It is harvesting the souls of those who have died. You break that, you free the souls, and you take away Vikit's power from there.
Is that all it is? Oh my gosh, I was worried it was going to break you. Like, I think Gragnold's great at breaking stuff.
I am. But you should
I
have
have
seen
no
the
doubt that this is going to be heavily guarded.
Heavily guarded. You got it.
Okay, so
Temple, and she points off, and you actually see as she points, the trees and bushes actually part for a moment, and you can see just the outline of this roof of a temple. That'd be where you go.
and you're of course going to keep things nice and clear for us.
She looks at Orbit. He can find your way easy enough. Now he knows where he goes.
Nanazili,
All right, well, Nanazili, thank you.
I need to ask another question.
I have a few questions, but you can go first.
Keep them respectful.
How do the Paylor fit into this?
The idiots with the sun on their chest.
Yeah, that's them.
They're part of what's breaking in the balance.
How?
Tell me more.
Make a persuasion check.
Both
one.
of us, or just
Yeah, what
Just
we
one.
be doing that?
And your vest gives you advantage on persuasion, right?
Yes, it does.
So you got
Yes.
that 19.
All right.
That's Dr. B's Vesta sweet talking.
Yep.
She wasn't too convinced, but then she's like, "Look at that vest. You look pretty
that
good."
vest looks pretty good, actually.
This is an air of authority.
That's Dr. B's best of BS.
Vest of BS. The BS vest.
My sight is limited off my shores, but somehow what happens here is tied with why all those sun boys are showing up. I know the she kind of sighs for a moment and goes, I read the fates. And fate, pretty simple. It goes in straight lines mostly. Some turn and twist, but for the most part, much has been turning and twisting lately. Something is messing with the balance, and it has to do with whatever crap is going on there.
And the Pelorians.
They seem involved somehow, I do not.
All right.
And I'll tell you what, too. She snaps her fingers, and this small, like, ratty-looking monkey-type doll comes out of her hut.
Hey!
Let's go to his own little house.
And she holds out her hand, and it comes into her hand, and it is think of like antique teddy bear with the button eyes, but one eye's kind of falling out. But this one's like a flying monkey kind of.
Is it a sock? Like a sock monkey?
Not a sock monkey, like old felt. But there is like bits of fluff kind of coming out.
Yeah, definitely not creepy.
It's
No,
like
not
a
at
little
all.
Hobbs.
By the way, what is Hobbs doing?
Well, Hobbs was hanging
Go
out
ahead
with
and
him
roll a
tree.
d20. So we haven't gotten to use this yet.
What is Hobbs doing?
That's probably not good.
Hobbs has been actually kind of running around behind everybody, kind of like pushing on them, trying to get some attention.
Yeah.
As you guys have been hearing this story, doing all this, kind of trying to get some food out of somebody's pouch and things. You don't hurt her. And she can help guide the way. You protect her so she comes back to me, though. As you are looking at the doll, I've been there before. I can find it.
No, not for me. Mm-mm.
I just want to like knock it into the fire.
Hey, you gotcha. Hey, Xissou, my man, remember what you...
You're gonna grab the doll and turn to Hobbs. And he's gonna say, Hobbs, you protect. What's your name?
I've forgotten.
You've forgotten. You protect forgotten. Look at me. No pull apart. No chew. No chew. Protect. Protect forgotten. Okay, forgotten. Go hang out with Hobbs now.
Okay. And the little monkey doll runs over to next to Hobbs. You will return her to me. She can show you the way.
Thank you,
Okay,
Nana
that
Zaylee.
sounds good.
What is this if some, unfortunate danger that is happening in here should happen to this doll of yours, and then we can't return it?
All right, so she's going to look at you, Xissou, and speak directly into your mind. So none of the rest of you are going to hear what is about to be said.
Earmuffs, guys.
If she's destroyed, her soul gets sucked up and is taken by Vikit. I'm protecting as many souls as I can, but he's getting stronger. You protect the soul of that child. I've been collecting the children so they cannot feed him.
Gragnold's still expecting her to talk.
I guess we're just gonna let that one go then. I don't know.
you have any more of those? Maybe you protect some of us too?
You want to put your soul into it?
And if
If I
it's
were to
all
be a
I
doll, I
have
want it to
left,
be like a big teddy bear.
I'd rather be a dinosaur.
I'll keep an eye on you. Should something happen and you're willing, it makes it easier.
okay. He just kind of like shrugs his shoulders and like is like ghostly and faced. Don't let anything happen to that doll, okay?
I trust Hobbs. I don't really trust Hobbs.
Do I have as a player, I definitely don't trust the Baeridin 100% trust.
Okay. I actually am now really curious what I didn't hear given what Teacher and Gamer just wrote. That's a weird thing to put on a resume. Child soul collector volunteer position. What did I just miss? Because I really didn't hear any of that.
Xissou didn't really share it. He just gets this like change in demeanor and kind of looks like a little like just like deer in the headlights kind of look and like, oh, okay.
I just get like real as he's just slowly gets to his like, hey man, you look worried. What's going on? Like right, like his face, you're like, Xissou, my man, what's going on? You seem a lot like whiter than before.
Just one more thing to protect, you know.
I don't know, man, but that's all right.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I actually don't know at all, but hey, look, man, if that little creepy monkey doll doesn't worry you, then I'm not going to let it worry me. But, you know,
We need to be very worried.
hey, my man, when you say things like that, I do not feel good about
I don't feel good about the creepy monkey doll.
it.
Megan, would I have any reason to think that the Driders from the city that was destroyed were different Driders than the Driders that destroyed our clan? Or would I suspect it? Okay.
Yeah,
So
well, I
they're
mean,
not
we're
the same.
talking probably a few hundred years past.
Okay. So it wouldn't be like the same, even remotely related. Like they're Driders, but I recognize that they're like different groups of Driders.
They could be related as far as like many generations, or like 4 or 5 generations at least of relation. But yeah, no, like what she was talking about, like from the vision that you saw and everything, a lot of time has passed. And you also do know you're thousands of miles from home.
Right. Okay, cool. I just wanted to make sure. Cool. Well, Baeridin's going to feed some nuts and dried fruits to Hobbs so that he doesn't eat the doll. And then...
Now be polite, share with your friends.
Oh, yeah. And then he's going to hand out some nuts and dried fruit to everybody, including Nana Zeely.
She puts up a hand.
So you gave everybody nuts and dried fruit?
Yeah.
Yeah,
What about-
pocket it.
Does the doll eat the dried fruit?
No, it kind of like cocks its head to the side and watches. Hobbs is eating it.
I just don't want Hobbs to eat the doll.
I think my character is going to need some calming down. I invested a lot of my confidence in this adventure into Xissou's confidence in this adventure. So it's like, I feel like I'm going to have a little panic. I was like, look, Xissou, my man, look, I was good just a second ago. Did you just see the monkey thing? Look, a moment ago, you sent me to the tree. You're there like a vampire. I see someone who looks like my mom, but then she's not my mom, and there's dead animals in there. Looks like we're there. I don't feel very good about this. Look, I love it, didn't you? This is just too much.
Nick, I got something for you. I'm gonna hand him some aloe.
Hey, what do I do with this one?
Rub
Do I throw it on the monkey doll?
Rub it on your eyes.
Rub this some
Oh my
eyes.
God. Can we get on with things, please?
It's psychosomatic. It's psychosomatic. You're just gonna feel
No,
that.
man, I feel it. It's like a burning, like a hot burning.
It's icy
thank
and
you.
hot.
My man, thank you, my man. That made me feel better. I can't see, but thank you very much.
Baeridin's gonna give a hug to Nanazili and say, "Thanks, Nick's mom. Okay, we gotta get going to go kill the
Come on. Tell Bob that, that I still don't reckon.
She kind of shakes her head and good luck, and walks into her cabin.
Okay.
And as the door shuts, something you guys notice is like the fire goes out, and also the cabin that it looked inhabited a moment ago, it dilapidated but inhabited, it all of a sudden looks completely abandoned.
What kind of magic?
Huh.
I don't know.
Oh, did you ask what kind?
A small.
Oh, illusion, right?
It's some illusions there. You're kind of on magic overload with your detect magic. There's a lot
The
here.
doll's gonna lead us to the thing. It's lost.
Yeah.
It knows the way.
This lady
She's
could
still there.
Forgotten, you know the way there, right?
This lady could literally
And-
just open the forest for us and was like, "It's cool, you'll figure it out."
You don't know that.
She did it. She opened the forest
Yeah.
a moment ago.
Well, maybe that was the one time you do it.
We really took the Dumbledore approach to mentoring. I feel like you knew all the answers, and you made me take 7 books to figure it out as a child.
Yeah.
I feel like one letter could have solved this problem.
Well, apparently Baeridin is not afraid of dolls, which I did not know about him, but that is apparently true. So Baeridin's going to hang out with Forgotten and chill out and talk about flying monkey stuff.
Yeah.
With Forgotten and Hobbs.
It's a combination of evocation and necromancy from the doll, by the way.
Creepy.
I don't like any of this. Gragnold is creeped out. Why are we making deals with creepy old ladies with talking dolls?
We have a job to be doing.
That's-
Just throw
I
that
know.
out.
That's the people
What's
do
with
it.
this?
Yeah.
That's the people do it.
Right. Or
That's
Orvis kind of
who's got the knowledge.
All right.
We're
we
gonna
must.
need. It's getting on with the day. I think we can reach the. Is it the undead alarm?
It's the undead alarm again.
No. That's the fates calling, saying we got things to do.
Got
Yeah.
things to do.
We
Got to
can-
go.
I think we can get us to that. I can get us to that temple before nightfall, but we're gonna likely. I don't want to get into that temple if that's where the heart of all this stuff is. So, do we want to camp somewhere about a 2-hour walk from the temple or by the temple?
As
That
far
sounds
away
good.
from that creepy hut as we can.
Nice. It's got all the bones to let you know how much she loves animals.
Well, the bones are gone right now.
It's got all the creepy hut parts to let you know how much she loves living in the jungle. Let's move. Let's move out. Come on, Jenkins.
So you guys make your way towards the temple, and again, this is this ruined city, so the swamp is still there. The smell of rot and decay is everywhere, but it's fairly easy. Jenkins and Tweedledum have no issue really following you guys, and eventually you do come to this building that is this very broken down temple. Do I have it? Just see something really quickly. Nope, that's not it. I have a good image for this, but I haven't uploaded it yet. So, and I'm not going to get to for because next session's live. Anyway, so you guys are coming to this temple. There's a tree growing out of the side of this temple and different things. As you're walking up towards it, you notice that there's lots of carvings that have been put into the walls, but most of them are broken. About 1 out of every 10 of them is recognizable. Go ahead and give me some history checks. All right.
Nice.
All right. Gragnold, Baeridin, I'll pass the DC. You guys recognize, of the broken carvings and things, you do notice a very drow theme to them. Spiders, elven type people. There do seem to be also driders depicted, but those have been smashed for the most part. Like, you can only kind of half figure that out by, staring at it for a moment. And you do notice some other symbols of things. Like, in some places, it looks like another symbol was carved, but then it looks like the stone was basically like washed away in some ways. Not like, it doesn't look natural. It looks like in fits of anger, all of these original carvings were broken, and then something else was carved in place, but then it looks like that was like a chisel was taken and was deliberately erased very carefully.
Oh, it's a lot of drow stuff. It looks like they were pretty angry about the driders, too.
Emma begins to pull out her lute and tune a song, humming "Driders in the Sky." Ghost driders in the sky.
Oh, God.
God, I hope not.
Walking around the temple, you guys notice it's a temple complex, so it's not just like one building. There's several like smaller outbuildings and things. Several of these are completely ruined and don't seem to lead anywhere. You do find one. It actually almost looks like it might have been a barn of some kind or a stable. It does have enough room in there to bring Jenkins and Tweedledum in. And then the roof seems mostly intact, so it seems like as good a place as any maybe to settle down for the night. As you guys are getting set up though and things, you do see to the entrance to the main part of the temple. Would you guys go explore that right now, or would you leave that?
Oh, I think
just to like just to look around the opening kind of thing, or because it sounds like our guide at the very least wants to kind of camp a little ways from the temple for the night before we.
Yeah, because it's getting on later in the day. You guys have been traveling through the swamp through the whole day, and you all are pretty tired at this point.
Yeah, I think that's a pretty solid idea. But maybe a good idea to explore the front. So, yeah, let's go scope it out a little bit.
All right. So as you're walking up to the main entrance of the temple, it looks pretty in ruins. It's like half collapsed, so it's like this little triangle area that you guys can walk underneath. Seems to be holding up pretty well. So you guys duck in and look, and Baeridin immediately recognized something in the room. Where you walked in was basically like a little chamber, and then it walks into the area that will lead into the primary part of the temple. And you see what's been carved is this great open mouth of a green demon is the door. This doesn't look like the exact same mouth you saw, but definitely similar style and thing for vision.
Any magic?
And Forgotten has kind of walked up with you. It's down there. There's lots of things down there.
Do you know where the crystal is inside the temple?
It's down. You have to go down quite a ways. And then there's the crystal. But there's lots of things that will try to attack you, and traps, and other things on the way. I remember some of them.
We deal with that all the time. But if you remember something before we get there, definitely.
I will try.
Baeridin, I'm assuming Immeral is there?
Immeral's sneaking about.
Okay.
In fact, no, Immeral is literally trying to sneak about.
Okay, roll a stealth check.
Really? That's awful.
So Nick still sees you. Baeridin sees you. Xissou sees you.
Yeah. God, your bonus is so ridiculous.
Yes, I know.
That really was a terrible roll. I was like, 15.
Yeah. Yeah, ask me to try and pickpocket things too. It's fun.
Where did Immeral go?
Gragnold's got nothing.
Yeah, Gragnold's like, what? Yeah, there doesn't seem to be very much in this outer chamber, though. But are you approaching the door, the demon mouth door, or?
Yeah,
I want to detect magic.
We kind of know what to expect from the demon mouth, I hope. But yeah, we got to look around, see what's what.
Well, if we're gonna spend the night out there, I think we should make sure there's no.
We need to, basically, we need to know if it's safe if we're spending the night there.
I'm gonna go ahead and just say it's most certainly not safe. Like,
we're not gonna spend the night down in the courtyard, right? We're gonna be like
your guys,
off in the jungles.
We'll go back 2 more hours to.
Orbith was wanting you guys to, or he kind of picked out the stable as a possibly good place because it only has one entry point other than the ceiling.
In the jungle.
Smart.
Yeah. I will say within 100 feet of you guys, the amulets are sounding. You have heard like different. At one point, you did hear the roar of what sounded like another undead Tyrannosaurus off in the distance. But for the detect magic, nothing within 30 feet other than the magic items. So there doesn't seem to be anything inherently magical about the door. That it seems to be more of a carving of some kind.
Okay, let's examine the carving.
Go ahead and make a religion check. Anybody who's looking at the carving.
I'm not going to try and get too close to anything and just try and sense for magic instead.
Okay. Yeah, maybe something. None of you really recognize this symbol at any point. Like, it doesn't seem to strike you as being particularly connected to anything.
So this is a demon mouth that's open, also a doorway.
Yeah, the open mouth is the door. So like the top part of the head is up at the top, and then like the
is it like
is the bottom of the jaw.
A demon like a biped demon, so it's like a humanoid kind.
It looks humanoid. I mean, there's no body; it's just a head. Yeah.
Sure, but I mean, as opposed to like Dino.
Yeah, it's not dino looking. It's humanish looking. Yeah.
So it's got like front
it's got teeth and all that. Yeah.
Molars.
Yeah, the face looks humanoid.
I'm doing some dental work on this door.
You're just trying to impress us with your dental knowledge, and it's working.
I think it's an omnivore.
Yeah.
Gragnold's at one point in your life, you had wanted to be a dentist.
It's like, I need to read. Oh.
No, he smashed out enough teeth to understand their importance.
Yeah. He's learned an exceptional amount just by breaking them out of face. Look at the enamel corroded here.
Bicuspid.
Right. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
I've knocked a number of those. Knocked a number of those out.
That's an incisor.
I like you guys all doing Gragnold's voice.
Yeah.
I feel so seen.
At this point, all of you guys notice this thing starting to move into the space with you.
So what?
Yeah.
It is.
Like just a presence.
It's
We're seeing
solid.
this
It's ooze, but it is moving and coming in towards you guys.
Like Ghostbusters 2, basically.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah,
Go
this is an ooze, and you can actually see that it's got like a face on it. And
First it was dolls, now two.
that's going to bring
Yeah.
us to
Yeah,
initiative.
yeah,
Let me
yes.
find a suitable map for this.
Oh, mother of gods!
Alright.
Don't worry, guys. If we think positive thoughts, we can
That's
supercharge
exactly-
it and run
Alright.
around in seconds.
Come on, New York!
I'm going to
Statue of
recycle
Liberty.
an old
Yes.
All right, I'm recycling an old map. Because the room has a bunch of dilapidated corners, we'll go ahead and say that it looks a bit like this.
Cool. Vigo. There it is.
It's a circle.
Yes.
Vigo.
I cannot click on that red squiggly, so. Alright, you guys can go ahead and drag yourselves on, and once you do, click on your icon and hit initiative, and that will roll initiative for you.
Why is this being silly? Where is... Hold on.
Oh, what did that just do? I have to refresh my page. Yay, that's so much fun.
Xissou, what do you look like?
So much like the token there, actually, Tabaxi, with mostly plain brown fur and little black tufts on his ears and some kind of like ruffiness on the sides.
Okay.
He wears kind of Outlander kind of clothes, not really fashionable, but very functional. Tries usually when he's kind of interacting with people, is kind of like standing up too straight, like trying to put on a good impression.
Okay. I'll put my dude next to you.
Oh wait, whoops, Orbit's not there. What am I doing? He was setting
Oh.
up camp. Sorry, and I need to change up the music to some combat.
Dun, 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 dun,
Dun,
dun,
dun,
dun,
dun, dun,
dun,
dun, dun.
Oh
Alrighty.
wait, I don't think I rolled initiative, did I?
Yeah.
Where's the door again on the map? North, south?
So we'll call the. Hold on. Let me just. The square I just put down, that will be the demon-y door. And then the other set of stairs is the door you guys came in.
Cool.
Okay.
Okay, and that's where that thing is like right outside that door. Alright, we got everybody? 1, 2, 3.
Not me,
Not you.
but I'm the last. I'm the last dude. I'm right before Ooze.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nick with a 5. Pew. And then descending. Okay, so as this thing comes in, appropriately enough, Immeral, you are the first to notice and react.
Everybody, there's something slithering in, and it does not look friendly. Does it seem friendly?
It does not. I mean, like, it's kind of slithering towards you guys.
Do I know what it is?
Go ahead and give a nature check.
Nope. I do not.
Nope. I mean, it looks kind of like the oozes you ran into the other jungle, but it's moving a lot differently than they moved.
Okay, well then you know what? I think it's time to... I don't know what it is. It's time to attack.
All right.
Where is it?
By the door.
So over here?
Yep.
All right. Going in and first attack.
That definitely hits.
Where's the ooze?
Damn!
I'm gonna put a little green dot on it because I did the best I could.
Oh. I see that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's because it's
Thing
not a
right there.
cube. It's not a cube, and it's a different. It's from Volos.
Sure.
I thought maybe that red
Alright.
squiggle.
No, that was left over.
No, I can't figure out how to get rid of the red squiggle. Oh wait, there it is. Now I can select it. Now it's gone.
Ooze.
Aha.
Okay, now this is going to be a little redundant,
Okay. Okay.
but
I think all the bits are squishy.
There we go. That's
all of it is
that's
squishy.
the
Yes, the
I was looking for.
the 25 definitely hits.
Which squishy bits are you?
Another 8.
So many. Choose.
All right. So
I'm not sure if it's a
as-
lot of squishy bits or just one big
As
squishy
this
bit. That's-
thing slithers into the room, Emerald immediately comes up, swipes at it with the sword, cutting through this kind of liquidy form of it easily, and then bringing up your leg and just kind of smashing into this like jello moldy type thing.
Yeah, there's always room for JELLO.
That just sounds bad now with everything.
Yes, that is true.
JELL. Oh yeah.
Oh no.
Baeridin!
I don't really like eating ooze. But I guess Baeridin's going to shapeshift into a dire.
That's my boy.
All right.
And he will run forward and then make an attack.
Okay.
That's my dire wolf.
Do it.
Oh yeah, I gave you icons for a bunch of those, yeah.
Yeah. Just drop it. He'll bite them.
All right, go for it.
And
24 hits, yeah. A strength save. Nine. That does not. Oh, but it's immune to prone.
Yeah, I mean, it's ooze.
So gooey.
All right, but it does do. What's the damage?
I have to, there we go.
Clicky. 10. Okay. All right. So, Baeridin in the back's like just snarls as he leaps and turns into direwolf form with the hoodie.
Oh yeah.
And comes clambering forward and just bites right into it. Kind of this liquidy ooze just slams off of it.
Oh.
All right. Anything else on your turn?
Nope, I guess that's good.
All right. And then that's MA, I believe.
Okay, well, we know what Emmy's going to do. Give this thing a headache, for lack of a better term.
Okay.
I don't think it has a head. I try to cut it off. Dynamite thing.
Right, so wisdom save. Jeez. All right, so now it has to. So it takes 9, 33, and so this thing kind of just ripples with the sound of this as it starts to move back. So I'm going to have it move out there to show that it moved outside the door. If you guys want your attacks of opportunity, you may do so.
Yes, I do.
I do as well. I just realized
That
I'm
hits.
supposed to. I get advantage on it.
You get advantage?
Because you're part of the.
It's because I'm next to Immeral.
Oh, okay. Wait, why does that is that a fighting?
It's a
attack?
wolf pack tactics from Direwolf.
Oh, okay. Do you get? I don't think you get those though for beast shaping, do you?
Yeah. I mean, you get I get keen hearing and smell and stuff like that.
Oh,
I
that's
think
true.
so.
43. Sure.
Well, either way, your first attack was a 16.
Yeah. All right, and actually, that was enough for this particular ooze to just turn into a gout of water as it sinks down and is no more.
Oh, it's drinkable! Rations,
I don't-
people!
I don't know if it is.
I don't know that
Oh, yeah,
constitutes potable.
Hold off. I've learned a few things in my time. I don't drink random things.
All right.
Gragnold learned that one the hard way.
Someone's got to do it.
Even though this isn't the right kind of temple, I'll move you guys over to that just to get an idea.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Don't think we should
I
sleep.
thought for sure we were going to see the Scolari brothers. No. It's Scolari
All
brothers!
right.
I have dimension computer!
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's a Ghostbuster 2 reference. It's the two guys who gave him the chair.
That's what I said. I gave them the chair.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, thanks.
Okay,
guys.
I'm right there with you.
On in my head. 2 in the box, ready to go.
That's right. That's right.
I will
We
say
be
that
fast and they be
We
slow.
slow.
at this point too, you guys would probably remember to hearing something about Shadow mentioning unlikely allies and how the enemy has unlikely allies in all of this.
It does seem
Did
pretty
we just kill an ally?
like an
That's it, do
ally
we-
of the-
I think we just murdered a friend then.
Oh, you
And no,
guys
how the enemy has unlikely allies.
Not us.
Oh,
That wasn't
okay.
our ally.
That was weird
Like,
that we
if you
did
murdered
that.
a friend, that's not good.
Feel a little bit
I
bad.
already made an ally with a mean old hag with a talking doll. I think
We-
our quota
For unlikely allies.
That's a good point.
completely topped off.
Yeah.
We've kept out.
Okay, well,
Well, Baeridin's
so
gonna stay a wolf, so for a little while.
So we all just had like all at the same time remembered that the bad guys are gonna have unlikely allies.
I'm just giving you guys that information again. Like the characters, I think, like given the amount of stress
Like, we knew
and everything that you guys have been seeing, like that, yeah.
I don't think
I'm looking at Gragnold a little
we're
differently now.
justified because of our emotional state. That's all I'm hearing.
Yeah. So does this mean, so do we want to scout any further, or do we want to go back to... Baeridin's a wolf, so he's not going to say anything.
Did the ooze come outside in?
It came from the outside in. So, like
So
if it
let's
was
block
following-
off the entrance, at least from one side, and then get some sleep.
I don't think we're sleeping here though. We're going back to camp.
Yeah, but he's saying like block it off.
Oh, no, let's totally sleep here.
I don't think we should.
sleep, please
No, this
sleep
is
in the dungeon.
Temple
Yeah.
is full of weird slimes. Ooze
And maybe other stuff.
I don't think we should
Who
sleep
knows?
here. I don't think we should sleep here.
Demon dwarfs that could eat you. This door could eat you.
Demon dwarfs.
Demon dwarfs.
Demon dwarves?
Demon dwarf doors.
Oh god.
That could eat you.
The plot
And
thickens.
only small people can fit through. It's very tough. It's this
Wow.
experience.
Yeah, let's head back to base camp.
All right.
Yes.
I don't want to go through this creepy dungeon at night.
Baeridin walks next to Immeral, kind of trotting with his tongue sticking in.
All right. As you guys make your way back, it's starting to get dark at this point, and again, the unnatural silence of things, and again, you're hearing in the distance different roars and moans every now and then of the undead, and the necklaces. It's almost getting irritating just how much they're going off. When you get back to the hut area, you notice, or not the hut, the stable-like thing, Orbith's gotten most of the supplies and things off of Tweedledum and Jenkins for the night. They're kind of in a back corner, and one of the things you notice too is it looks like he's pared the roof a little bit. He's taken some ropes and things and at least made it so it's not going to protect you guys from like rain or anything, but should something try to come through the roof or something like that, it would make a lot of noise.
Okay.
Let's go ahead and home alone this barn.
He looks at you guys and says, you all were given like that magical place we can sleep where nothing can get in, right?
Something
Really?
tiny hut.
Demon's tiny hut.
It wasn't given to me. I wouldn't have been
Do I have
trusted with it.
You were given 3 scrolls of tiny hut.
Yeah.
I have one of them. I use it.
The scroll of comprehension.
All right. So whoever casts the tiny hut can't do watch for the night. So
I get to sleep.
Do we need to
You're
do
an elf,
watch
you
if
don't
we're in
need
the
to
hut?
sleep.
Shush.
That's a good question. Do we need to have one?
Do you need a wand? What?
Watch.
A watch.
It's up to you guys.
I think it would probably be wise.
Gragnold doesn't know.
Can anything get in the hut?
Is the hut like? Is that a password? Or something?
It the people you designate can come in and out. The person who cast it, as soon as they leave it, it dissipates.
So that's why they can't do much.
What happens if we're inside it?
It's just everything disappears around you.
Yeah.
And then we're there.
I have found a breaking thing though, is my
Not
character
lost
in
in
the
time and space.
game I play in Cast Tiny Hut is I can cast it, lean out, cast a spell, and jump back in.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
So as long as I have 10 minutes
I
to
have
cast
players
it,
that are doing the exact same thing.
it can be taken away with Dispel Magic though. And I think Disintegrate as well.
I just told them that strong enough creatures can totally destroy this hut if they're not careful.
Like the GM.
Yeah.
Well, let's get inside the hut.
Okay.
Somebody keeps watch and alerts us if there's a problem.
All right, let's do it.
All right. You guys all settle in to the hut. Everybody give me a Constitution saving throw.
Ugh.
That's not encouraging.
I'll do one for Orpeth.
This is my strongest Constitution saving throw yet.
Right. 12, 10, 12. Okay. Everybody.
Sorry, I lost my character sheet.
Oh,
Dance
what's-
now.
There we go. Oof, that was not
Ooh.
good.
Oh, you're rolling as your wolf.
I'm still a wolf. Oh, I
That's
guess
right.
it took us 2
No,
hours to
it's-
come back.
Yeah, no, it's taken a
Mm.
while to.
Okay. Then I'll-
This is a
That's
roll
slightly
for
better.
overnight. Okay.
Oh, gotcha.
And actually, I think this is rather appropriate the way this turned out. So everyone is able to rest through the night. The watch doesn't find anything, but Xissou, as you are sleeping that night, like you keep the fact that you're in a place that's taboo to your people keeps creeping into you. The fact that something is so wrong, this jungle is so silent, that feeling of something being off just keeps grating at you, and you just find your sleep is not restful that night. So while you do regain any hit points lost, you do not gain rest. So you do have a level of exhaustion going forward.
That sucks.
Right. And as it is 4:58, where we are going to sit at I'm very, very excited, our live game, you guys get to delve.
Sweet.
Joe, we'll try to
Dungeons?
call you in or something, okay? Because
We
So
could,
wait, we're leveling up
whatever.
before the live game?
what'd you say?
We're leveling up before the live game?
Oh, no, we're gonna dungeon. We're gonna dungeon.
Dungeon crawl.
Ah,
Ah.
Yeah. No, we're not leveling up yet.
dang.
Joe, will you be able to make it, man?
What's the? Is it?
We don't know.
Time.
Like,
Yeah.
okay, so we don't have a location where we're playing. Like I said, we're
Yeah.
probably just gonna crawl in someone's hotel room and play. So
If
but
I
we're-
might, no, it'd be what, 2 weekends from now?
Yes, yeah, it'll
Yeah.
be the
So like,
Something like that we'll be at, but we'll figure it out.
yeah, it'll
wait,
either
you're
be
talking
Friday
like the
or
6th
Saturday
and
night.
7th.
We'll get the messages
April?
going on.
Yeah.
So funny story. I'm actually doing a D&D retreat that weekend of my own.
Oh, all right, man.
That's
Have fun.
But
Damn, I'm gonna miss Xissou. All right.
Yeah.
well, yeah, he's probably just really reflective.
Yeah. He's fun, man. I like him.
Yeah, I'm gonna try.
All
I'm gonna try to get you guys to at least the final boss of this arc during our live game, if not to
Ooh.
defeat the final boss, because
Cool.
I'm really excited about the next leg of the story too. But I want to wrap this up. We are going to people who are liking the story and wanting to watch this stuff. We are going to record the live game. We're not going to live stream it though because hotel internet is awesome. But we're going to record it and then upload it as soon as possible. So that will be super exciting.
Cool.
And my goal for this week and my goal before I leave for PAX, I have the videos downloaded of all of our previous games. I'm going to try to start uploading them to YouTube over the next week. So my hope is every night when I go home to upload a video. So I just get that done for you guys. But thank you all who tuned in to watch.
Thanks,
Two
teacher and
fabulous
gamer.
Thank you.
Thanks, teacher.
guys, chat. Really excited about seeing everybody at PAX East.
It'll be awesome.
And again, like if you like the stream and hope to help us do well stuff, if you could like support our Patreon, that'd be awesome. But anyway, all right, guys, have a wonderful weekend. So
Bye, guys.
Bye, everybody.
bye.